Hey guys, I'm back today with another video, and I thought I would film a get ready with me video. Me and my family, my parents are in town for the week. My dad had some vacation that he had to take, and we were all gonna go out to eat today, if I could talk, and I thought that I would try to look somewhat presentable. I usually don't wear makeup every day, but if I go like out to dinner or you know, if I'm seeing a bunch of family, I mean, sometimes I like to do my makeup. So if this seems like a video you'd like to watch, then stay tuned. Keep watching. Okay guys, so I don't know if you could tell, but all I've done is I've just put a little bit of concealer on my eyes, and just to like hide any like redness, or like I have really bad veins that will sometimes show up, and I just put a little bit of concealer. And the concealer I use is this Age Rewind eraser concealer by Maybelline. I mean, it's all over YouTube. I mean, that's one of the reasons I got it, was people ranted and raved how good of a concealer it is, but it really doesn't last that long. Like, I haven't got it that long ago, and I don't do my makeup every day at all, so I mean, I've used a good chunk of it, and I feel like I barely use it, you know, so, but it's pretty good concealer. So anyways, all I did was, like I said, I put that on, and now next I'm just going to do my eyeliner. Now, the way I do my eyeliner is I give a little bit of a wing, because I think I look good with like a wing and stuff, but I don't make it my eyeliner go all the way in, if that makes sense, because I think it like closes my eyes. So I kind of like start from the middle, and then I just take it out, and I kind of give a little bit of a wing. But what I do first is I use the Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner pen, and it looks like this. It's like a little marker, and I'll draw my eyeliner on, like the outline, and then I fill it in with this, which the name's already wearing off because I had it forever and it's still going, but it's just, I mean, it's literally worn away, but it's just the NYC black eyeliner that it dries down matte, but it's like a little brush, and it's real cheap too, so, and it lasts me forever. But what I do is I draw this on with this, the Master Precise, like the outline, and then I fill it in with this. So it takes me a little bit to do the eyeliner, but I try to get the eyeliner out of the way first, because that's my hardest part, and if I mess up, then I could kind of go in with a makeup wipe or like a Q-tip sometimes I'll use, and I could clean it up. But for the purpose of this video not being extremely long, I'm going to do both my eyeliner off camera, and then I'll be back and show you what else I do. Okay guys, so I don't know how easy it is to see, but I just did my liner, and I had this is always my good eye, and this one's always my hard eye, so try to get them as close to looking the same as possible, but I don't know. But okay, so now that I'm as happy as I'm going to be with that, I'm going to move on to like putting black in my waterline at the top, so like it doesn't look, I mean, you can't really tell on camera, but you can like see my waterline is like that nude color. So what I do is I take this, and it's the Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in Black is Black. Looks like this. I don't know if you could even see that, but it's just like a pencil that twists up and stuff. I like the ones that you don't have to sharpen, and then it has like a smudger thing on the other end. So what I do is twist a little bit up, and then I'm going to take my mirror, because I like to get up close, and then I put the black in my upper waterline. Same with the eyeliner. I don't do it all the way, just like midway and then out, because I feel like it closes my eyes, and I have small eyes anyways, so I don't want them to come off smaller than they already are. And then now I'm going to do the other eye. Tickles too sometimes, and I just hope that it doesn't make my eyes water. But yeah, so then that's kind of what they look like, if you could tell a difference. I mean, yeah, so that's what I do next. Okay, now that I tightlined the top of my eyes with the black, I'm going to take the same thing, and what I do is I will take a little bit of this and put it like under my waterline on the bottom, but not like in my waterline, because I like to use like a nude or like a white eyeliner to kind of like give the appearance or the illusion that I have bigger eyes than I do. But what I do is I do like to have a little bit of black under there, so I'll put like a little bit on this eye and then this eye, and then I'll just take like one of these type of brushes, like a flat smudger brush, I guess. I don't even know. Well, this one's called an eyeliner brush, but what I basically is a smudger, and then I'll like smudge it out. Or you could like take the end of this pin too, and it does the same thing. But I'm just going to do that off camera, and then I'll come back and show you what I do next. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like and where I'm at now. I just take, like I said, I just took this and put it under my eyes a little, and then I smudged it out with this, which is just like a smudger brush. And now what I like to do is go in with my go in my actual bottom waterline with this, and it is the NYX retractable eyeliner in white, and it just looks like this, and it's like a little twisty up thing too, like it twists up. But what I do is sometimes there's like black on it, if you could see from the last time I did my makeup, and I'll either like take a towel, or sometimes I'll just use the back of my hands, and I will try to get that black off, because if I don't, it will just smear onto my waterline, and I'm trying to get it to be white, not black. So anyways, I just wiped it off on my hand, and yes, I made sure my hands were clean and sanitized before I do anything like touch my makeup on it or touch my face, anything like that. So all I'm going to do now is take this and put it on my bottom waterline. And as I go, I try to like keep it as white as I can, so I'll just like on the back of my hand wipe off if I get black on it. So here's this eye done, and then here's the eye I haven't done yet. So I don't know if you could tell because my lighting's terrible at the moment, but this eye and then this eye is not done yet. So I think it makes you just look a little bit more awake, and it opens up your eyes. Like I said, I have small eyes, so I like to give the illusion that I have bigger eyes. So I'm just going to do this other eye, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I finished both eyes. So I don't know if you can see that, but I just went in both eyes and did the white in my waterline. So my next step is I like to get my eyelash curler, and I will, this is just like, I don't know what brand this is, like the Trim brand or something, just like one of the cheapest eyelash curlers you can get, and mine's like real dirty at the moment, so excuse that. But I will take my eyelash curler and I will just curl my lashes to kind of like get them from being so straight. And like what I like to do is I like to take a couple pumps, like pump it, and then I flip it up a little and squeeze it for a second, and then pump a little bit more, and then hold it there for a second. And yeah, so then while that eye is fresh curled, because I found that if I don't put mascara on right after curling, it won't stay curled. So the mascara that I go in with a couple, but the first one I like to use right after curling my lashes is the CoverGirl Super Sizer Fibers, and that's pretty good. I mean, it was on sale, so that's one of the biggest reasons why I picked this up. But I'll take it, and this is what the applicator looks like. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll just take that, and then I kind of take it and wiggle my eyelashes up. And then I just work with them while they're wet so they don't dry until how I like them to look. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I don't know if you could tell, but but yeah, it's kind of what they look like. And yeah, I'm happy with that. So now I will go in and do the same with the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just did both eyes with this mascara. Well, first I curled them with the eyelash curler, and then I went in with this mascara on each eye. So I don't stop quite yet with that. So what I like to do next is on each eye I will go in with the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume, and I got this in waterproof, and it looks like that. And I just find that a lot of times if I don't get like a waterproof, or I don't like apply a waterproof one on top, like, because the last one, this mascara is not waterproof. So, but I find if I like kind of like set my lashes, if that makes sense, or like go on like with a waterproof one, it won't like transfer to the bottom, which I hate when that happens, because you know, you get black all over your face, and that's no good. So now I'm just gonna go in with this mascara, and I'll do both eyes, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't know if you could see, but I finished the mascara, on both eyes. So I just went in on top of the other one with this mascara on both eyes. And I actually really like this mascara. I feel like it definitely lengthens and gives you volume, like the name of it. But it looks like this, in case y'all are wondering. So it's like a pretty chunky brush, but I don't know, I really like how it makes my lashes look on top of this one. So okay, so now that I did that, what I'll do is, since this one's waterproof, I will go in the bottom, my bottom lashes, with this one alone instead of the other one, because I don't really like to put a whole lot down there, especially if my eyes start to water. I don't want it to run, and with this being waterproof, I find that it lasts longer on me anyways. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this mascara on the bottom lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished putting the mascara at the bottom, and if you all are wondering why I'm doing like this, it's so I could try to show you guys better. I don't know, because like I said, I have terrible lighting. So anyways, I finished that, putting the mascara on at the bottom, and now my eyes are complete, and I move on to the face. So what I like to do is take some moisturizer first, because I have dry skin, and I keep a little bit in this little tub right here, but all I use is the St. Ives, it's like, comes in like a big tub, and it's called like the St. Ives, I don't know, St. Ives, and it's like really cheap at Walmart. It's like in a big jar, and it's only $5, but what is it called? St. Ives, I know it has sunflower seed oil in it, and it's like a face moisturizer, but I don't know. If I find out, I'll put it on the screen or link it down below what it's called. But yeah, so what I do is I just put a little bit in here as like a travel thing, because sometimes I'll put this on even if I don't do my makeup, because I have such dry skin. But what I'll do is I'll take my finger and I put a little bit right here and right here, a little bit on my nose, my forehead, and then my chin, and then I'll just put it into my skin, rub it in to my skin, and make sure it's rubbed in. And I even bring some of it down my neck. But yeah, I like this. It has a really nice smell, like a scent, I guess because of the sunflower seed oil. And it also really makes my skin not as dry. So I just rub that into my skin, and then, like I said, bring it down my neck. And kind of let it set for a second. And then after that, I take my primer, which I just have like a little, what are these called? Tweezer. Little tweezer set that I got from Sally's Beauty. I thought it was cute. But yeah. Anyways, it's called the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. And I like to use this, I'll just put a little bit on my forehead, a little bit down my nose, and then like on the apples of my cheeks, and then like in my creases. And I noticed that it makes my foundation last a lot longer. So take a little bit of this on my finger, and it comes out like kind of like that consistency, like a gel. And then I tap a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my apples of my cheeks, and then my smile line, and then my forehead, and then I just work it in, kind of like pressing it into my skin, and it just helps like minimize your pores and helps the foundation, in my opinion, go on better and last longer. So I'll just work that in. And then once I feel like that's pretty good in my skin and pressed in there, I will get my foundation ready. And the foundation I like to use is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. I know they make this in like a, I don't know if you can see that, but I know they make this foundation in a matte and poreless, I think is what it's called. But since I'm really dry, I didn't know how that would do like the matte part with my skin, so I use the dewy, and I don't think it makes me look oily or anything, and if it did, I would actually probably prefer that because I'm always so dry looking. But yeah, it works great with my skin and I love it. It's the I'm in the shade 120 Classic Ivory, and I feel like it matches my skin color pretty well. So what I'll do is I'll shake it, since I have it on like on top of my makeup organizer, and I just want to make sure I get it nice and shook. But I'll shake it, and then what I like to do is, this hand has from the white eyeliner, so what I'll do is I'll pour it on the back of this hand, and I pour a pretty good amount, probably like that to start out with, and that way I could always get more if I need. But then I take my sponge, which is just the it's not a Real Technique sponge, but it's a maybe it is Real Techniques. I don't know if it's the Real Technique sponge or the, what is that brand called? Hold on. I think it's just the Real Technique sponge, but let me know down in the comments below if I'm wrong, which I could be. But just a sponge that I got from Walmart, and then I just tap, get a little bit on my hand and tap it all over my face at first to get a good amount. And I put a little bit on my neck too. And then what I like to do is take it and then I'll pat it into my skin too, to kind of like work it in. And okay, so I just blended the foundation with my beauty sponge all into my skin and down my neck. And then I took not a baby wipe, a makeup wipe, and I just wiped off the foundation from my hands and then the makeup I had on that one. So now what I like to do is I will take my concealer, which is the Maybelline Age Rewind, and I'll put a little bit under my eyes to kind of like try to hide these bags. I don't really like highlight or anything because I don't think, me personally, that I look good like that. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll just take a little bit and pat it under my eyes where I have like dark circles, and then same way with this one, and kind of look crazy at first. And then what I would do is kind of looks like that. I don't know if you could see, but I'll take this sponge and kind of like work it into the skin and like blend it out. So that way this is blended, and then now I do the other eye. I just pat it kind of like the same way you do the foundation. Pat it into the skin. And then like that. And then to keep it from like creasing and like transfer of the mascara and stuff, I will take a powder, which I use the e.l.f. It's kind of wore away, but it is the high definition under eye setting powder. Looks like this. It's actually pretty small in like comparison to my hand, but you just need a very little bit of this. And what it is like a translucent powder, and I found that just putting a little bit under my eyes really keeps my makeup intact and keeps it from creasing. But it looks like this, and what I do is I just take the tip of my sponge and then tap a little bit on the, so it looks like this, and then I kind of like just tap it into the skin and run it along. I don't use this to like set my whole face. I don't really set my face because, like I said, my skin is so dry. But I do notice that if I do this under my eyes, it keeps my makeup from like running and like creasing after a while. So, and then I do get some more like this, and then run it under the other eye. I also don't do like the whole baking thing because, again, I think it would dry out my skin even more dry than it already is. So I just blend this into my skin under my eyes. And then when I feel like I used enough, then when I feel like I use enough, I go on to the next step. Okay, now that I had set under my eyes with that, with the e.l.f. powder, I move on to like bronzer, and same thing with like highlighting. I don't really contour because, for one, I'm not good at it, and yeah, I just don't think it flatters me at all. So the bronzer that I use is the Hoola Benefit Bronzer, and it's fairly small too, in comparison to my hand. I just got it from Sephora in like the travel section, but it's just the small one. But what I do is I use the brush that it comes in this, and I get a pretty good amount. I mean, this stuff's very pigmented, and then I like tap off the excess at the top, and then what I'll do is I'll like bronze my skin with it. Not really like contour, but I'll just like put a little bit of color back into like my cheekbones and stuff. So I'll do this, and then and then I do the other side. Same thing, get a little bit of product and then tap it off. And then I kind of just like rotate it onto my cheekbones, and then I bring it up a little bit. And then and then I kind of have a little bit more on this side, so go back in, tap it off, and work a little bit more into this skin. Okay, now I'll take a little bit on like the sides, like just tap it on each side, and a little bit on top. Same thing, tap it off, and then I'll run it down like the side of my nose to kind of give it the illusion that I have a smaller nose. And then I'll take a little bit more on the side, tap it off, and put it under my lip to kind of give myself like a pout lip, and then get a little bit more, tap it off, and then I'll run it down the side of my jawline and under my chin to kind of give the appearance that I have a smaller face. And sometimes I have to go in a couple times with that. And then sometimes I blend out if I think it looks a little harsh in certain spots with my finger. Okay. And then once I feel pretty happy with that, I move on to my highlight. Okay. And the highlighter I use is the e.l.f. and it comes in a little tube like this. And it's the e.l.f. I don't know what this is called. I know it's from their dollar line. And it's just in like a little squeeze tube, but it's just in the color Lilac Petal. Looks like this. I don't know if you could see that, but I really like this for a highlighter. And what I'll do is I'll squeeze a little bit of it. Sometimes you gotta shake it up because I find that it like settles and like separates, I guess is the word. So I shake it and then I squeeze some of that onto my hand. Like this. Pretty good amount. And in that set that came with this sponge, it also came with like a smaller sponge like this. And what I do is I just tap some of that on there, like so. And then I'll like tap it onto my skin, like that. And then I kind of do it in like a C shape, like around my, I don't know if you can see that, but around there. And then I'll kind of just like blend it out with the sponge as well. And then I do the same on the other side. So I'm going to do this and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished the highlight, and that's usually all that I do for my face. Hold on, I'm trying to put my stuff back. Yeah, like I don't do like blush or anything like that on my face because my cheeks get red enough without me needing blush. So I don't usually like to put blush on because I don't think it suits me that well. So yeah, so I do the bronzer and then the highlight, and then the last step before I'm finally finished, I take my I do my eyebrows. And what I use for my eyebrows is the Pixie Natural Brow Duo, and it looks like this. And I got mine from Target. I know they sell Pixie products from there, but I really like this because it's like a, if you could see that, retractable, which that's as far as mine goes up. I've almost completely used it, which is crazy, but it's lasted me forever. So that's on one end, and then the other end you twist like this, and it's like brow gel to like set your eyebrows in place. And I really like this. Mine is in the color Natural Brown, and I think they actually have like a blonde, it's called like Natural Blonde, this one Natural Brown, and then they have like a black. So but yeah, I love this because I tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and that stuff is so pigmented that, I mean, I'm heavy-handed with my makeup, so anytime I use that, I had these like Groucho looking brows, and they came out like looking so intense, and I just never was good at using the dip brow because I would be so heavy-handed with it that they came out looking really intense. Whereas with this, I could pretty much be as heavy-handed as I want with it, and it's gonna come out looking real natural, in my opinion. So what I do first is I just take, well, a lot of times I'll take a, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I'll take like a little eyebrow comb type thing, and I'll brush all my hairs like with the little with this part, whatever this part's called, like the, what? Oh. The spoolie, like the bristle part right here. But what I'll take and I'll like brush them, all my hairs up. And also too, by doing this, it kind of like frees any, like gets out any makeup that I have from doing my face, like my foundation, kind of gets that out too, as well. So what I do is brush it up like that, and then I'll take my brow pencil, twist it up since I'm completely almost out of it, and then I just like draw in my brows. So I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay guys, so I just finished doing my brows with the pencil part. So now what I'm going to do is take the mascara, and I like to wipe some of it off so I don't get too much. And then I kind of like go in and set them, the hairs in place. And to also make it look more like hair, where I had to fill in with the pencil, if that makes sense. Okay. And then I do the same with the other eye. Wipe some of it off. And then comb through. And that's what they look like. I don't know if you can see them, but I think they just look really natural. And yeah. Now the last step, which is totally optional, and sometimes I honestly forget to even do it, but I use the e.l.f. makeup mist and set, and I'm actually getting low on it. I should probably pick me up another one when I go to Walmart, but I'll give it a little shake to shake up all the stuff, and then I just set my makeup like that. And usually I'll put like a liquid lipstick, which if you all watched some of my previous videos, I might mention that one of my favorite lipsticks is the Too Faced liquid melted matte lipstick in the color Queen Bee. Usually I would apply that now, but since we're getting ready to go out to eat, I probably won't go on and put any lipstick on. So but yeah, this is the finished look, and I'll probably do something with my hair, but I don't know what yet. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And yeah, until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Okay guys, so one last thing I wanted to show you. This is the where I was getting my makeup out from. It just looks like this, and I wanted to show you because it was actually, and then at the top there's a couple of compartments. Right there I keep my beauty blenders or beauty sponges, and then to the right there you see that I keep like a hand sanitizer and my foundation and my primer and stuff. And then this part just flips up, and I keep my makeup remover wipes, which these guys are so good. I get them from Walmart, and they're like less than $1. I think that's like 88 cents. And they even remove waterproof mascara, so it's really good, guys. And then there's like 3 drawers. This has my mascara and eyeliners. And then in the next drawer is kind of just like a miscellaneous drawer where I keep like my concealer, my moisturizer, my bronzer, a compact with a mirror, and then yeah, some chapstick and stuff like that. So, and then this bottom drawer is actually where I keep like extra stuff like hair ties and some keychains and these things, which I use to set up my phone. They just like suction cup to the back of your phone. It's really cool. And then these are my liquid lipsticks that I'm obsessed with. Like, they're the liquid catsuit Mega Last by Wet n Wild, and they're awesome, guys. Check them out if you haven't. But this one is just in the color Nice to Fuchsia. So but yeah, I just wanted to show you all this. I got this, guys, at Goodwill for $5. I thought that was a pretty good price. And when I got home, I just cleaned it up and sterilized it with some alcohol. And yeah, I put all my makeup in it, and I love it. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that before I let you go. So yeah. Bye, guys.